had my kids wear tie-dye when with their dad. My ex-husband Jake thought he was so clever when he started dating his co-worker Megan 3 months after our divorce was finalized. What really got me was how he kept posting these perfect little family photos on Instagram with my kids, Emma who's 8 and Tyler who's 6, like he was some kind of father of the year. Meanwhile, he'd been MIA for most of their lives until the divorce suddenly made him want to play dad. The breaking point came when I picked up the kids from his place last month, and Emma was wearing this expensive designer dress I'd never seen before. When I asked her about it, she said, "Megan bought it for me because she said my regular clothes looked too messy for their family photos." Tyler had on some polo shirt that probably cost more than I spend on groceries in a week. That's when I realized what was happening. Jake and Megan were dressing my kids up like little accessories for their social media posts, then sending them home in their regular clothes. They were basically using my children as props to show off their new perfect relationship while making me look like the struggling single mom who couldn't afford nice things. So I came up with a plan. I went to the craft store and bought every tie-dye kit they had. Spent my entire Saturday afternoon with the kids making the most obnoxious rainbow-colored shirts and dresses you've ever seen. Bright purple with neon green swirls, orange and pink that hurt your eyes to look at. The works. From that day forward, every single time the kids went to Jake's house, I made sure they were wearing their tie-dye creations. Emma thought it was hilarious, and Tyler kept asking if we could make more colors. I told them it was their special uniform for Daddy's house. The first weekend, Jake texted me asking if I had any other clothes for the kids. I replied that they loved their tie-dye outfits, and I thought it was important for them to express their creativity. He didn't push it. By the third weekend, I could tell he was getting frustrated. He actually had the nerve to ask if I could maybe send them in something more neutral for family activities. I told him the kids picked out their own clothes and I didn't want to stifle their artistic expression. The breaking point came when Megan apparently had some work event where she wanted to bring the kids to show them off to her colleagues. Jake called me practically begging to let them wear something else just this once. I said the kids were comfortable in their tie-dye and shouldn't have to change who they are for other people. That evening when I picked them up, Emma told me that Megan kept trying to put a cardigan over her shirt and Jake looked really frustrated during photos. Tyler said they went to some fancy restaurant and he spilled juice on his tie-dye shirt, but it didn't show because of all the colors. The Instagram posts from that weekend were hilarious. You could see Jake and Megan trying to angle the photos so the tie-dye was less obvious, but my kids looked like little rainbow explosions next to their carefully coordinated outfits. The comments from his family were priceless too. His mom actually asked if the kids were going through some kind of phase. Jake finally snapped last week. He showed up at my door saying I was being petty and making things difficult for no reason. He said Megan felt like I was deliberately trying to sabotage their relationship and that the kids deserved to look presentable when they were out in public. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "Funny how you care about how they look now that you're trying to impress your girlfriend. Where was this concern when you missed 3 years of school plays because you were working late?" He didn't have an answer for that. The kids still wear their tie-dye to his house every weekend.